Hello, welcome to Gen X Quench. As you can see, I have a guest with me. I'm Jice, and I will let my guest introduce herself.
Hi, I am Ivonne from Host Relocation. I'm the co founder and general manager of Host Relocation. As our name implies, we help expats to move to Mexico and we offer all kind of mobility services here.
Yes, and I saw Yvonne probably a year or two ago on a YouTube channel in which an American had moved here with her boyfriend, and I was like, man, her services seem to be great. She offers just more than relocation. If you want to buy real estate, other services she can assist with. And right now, we are in the city of Querétaro in Highland Central part of Mexico, which is kind of in the center. We're 3 hours north of Mexico City. And we decided to do our temporary residency process here in this particular city. So Yvonne, you offer services in other parts of Mexico. Can you talk about that? Not just Querétaro, but other places.
Yes, we have offices in Mexico City, Guadalajara, La Paz, Los Cabos, and I also work personally in San Miguel de Allende.
Yes. Now tell us, how did you get into this particular business?
That's a very interesting story. I started actually 20 years ago when I started working on my first as an employee, and I work in international companies, and I started seeing a lot of foreigners here in Querétaro, which was very rare. So I started to talk with them, and they said, yeah, we have the French community, we have the Canadian community. And I said, where are you? I don't see you. So then I started to be part of little by little in the community and talk to them. And basically nobody offers services for them at all. People in Querétaro back then, they didn't speak fluent English. And if they want to open a bank account, or for example, the companies give them real estate, their house, and most of the time the car, but they didn't know how to drive here. Drive in one place is not the same that driving in another place. So they just give them the keys and just come here tomorrow at 7 a.m. to the office. It's like very shocking for them. Then the cultural adaptation and some other things. I'm sick. What do I do now?
Right.
Those kind of things. So then I realized that I needed like to start something on my own,
Okay.
and then that's how I started. It's basically with the idea to have a one-stop shop, offer everything that a foreigner might need here in Querétaro to live peacefully, stress-free,
Okay.
and also legally, of course.
Right. So you saw a need, there was a gap that your company could fulfill, and the rest is history.
Exactly. We have been as host relocations since 2013.
Wow,
So
wonderful.
yeah, it has been an interesting journey.
And you're expanding.
Yeah, we are gonna expand to other states, especially because a lot of foreigners are moving everywhere in Mexico now. So
Okay.
yeah, that will be interesting also.
So for our audience, we just completed officially today the temporary residency process, year one, with Yvonne's help. So it was very beneficial. We did the first part in the United States at the U.S. Consulate in Raleigh, North Carolina, our home state. And we needed to get the second part completed here in Mexico. So Yvonne was very essential in terms of that process. Now talk a little bit about that process, that part of the process in terms of what's required. Once we make it through the U.S. consulate part, which is our financial solvency, which we were able to prove, and we got our visa in our passport. They gave us 6 months to get here, and then the next part you assisted us with.
Basically, you need to enter. You have 6 months to come here to Mexico, and then once you enter, you have 30 days to complete the process in immigration. So basically, when you hire any facilitator, we're gonna do it as fast as we can. The process is doing paperwork. We offer like doing the online appointment in advance. So basically the clients told me I'm gonna be there in certain period of time. So we find an appointment on those dates, and then we prepare all the paperwork. We meet them in advance so we can explain the process, they can sign, we can get all the copies ready and everything. So we pick them up from their accommodations, and then we go together to INM. In some offices, they let you come in some offices, they don't. In Querétaro, where I work, they let you come inside and just be with them and translate and help them in everything until the card is ready. Also, some offices are very fast in terms of timing. Querétaro, Mexico City, Guadalajara, they give you the car the same day. Some other offices, they take 2 or 3 days. Some other goes to even 1 or 2 weeks. So just ask. If you're interested in going to certain office, just ask how long it might take so you can consider your travel time.
Okay, one more question that I can think of. Can you talk about the difference between temporary and permanent residency?
Basically, the permanent residency is considered a retirement visa. This year and even the last months of last year, the consulate has been very strict on age. They need to be 60 years old. And also, most of the people needs to be retired or not working anymore. They ask for even retirement letter or retirement social security letter, something that proves that you are not working. And they require more income as well to prove.
Right.
And also, if you come here, basically the temporary, as Lynn and Jice did, it's 1 year. Then you can come back and renew it for 3 years, and then you got the permanent. Basically, both has the same rights. You can do the same thing: banking, buy a house, buy a car, living here. But you cannot bring a car if you're a permanent resident. That's the only main difference. And of course, if you're permanent, you don't need to renew never.
Okay.
And here as temporary, you need to come twice.
Okay.
So that's the main differences.
Now, what would be the advantage of using Host Relocation or facilitator for this process?
Basically, all the forms are in Spanish, so we help you complete all the forms. Also, there's time frames to do the online appointment. Some people just come here thinking, I'm gonna get an appointment tomorrow because it's online. No, some offices like Querétaro, Mexico City, Guadalajara, we are fully booked. So we need to do the appointment like 3 weeks in advance. We need to coordinate with the clients to do that. And also, we know the people there in immigration. We know how it needs to be done, because I even had assisted clients that says, I can do my form on my own. And then they have a lot of mistakes in the form.
Okay.
And then that's very important. If you have a mistake in the form and you go with your appointment, they will send you back. And then you need to make another appointment. And just imagine that the appointments are available in 3 weeks, so that means that you need to stay here 3 weeks.
So wasted time, wasted money.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's better just to have it right the first time.
Right.
And just, especially if you are not gonna live here right now.
Okay.
That's important to mention. For Mexican residency, you don't need to live here to get the Mexican residency. You can just come and do things in the time and manner, renewals and everything, but the law doesn't require to live here like in other countries. So that's important for people interested on getting it.
Okay. I've got another question. As a resident of Querétaro, what do you like about living in the city? Or what would be a draw for non-Mexicans in terms of if they're looking at different cities? What's good about Querétaro?
Basically, we are, as you mentioned, in the Central Highlands. We have very steady weather through all year. The weather is amazing. We are in the heart of Mexico, so we can move or we can do things every weekend, like day tours.
Okay.
We can go to the magical towns, Bernal, Amealco, Tequisquiapan, so we'll never get bored. Querétaro is a very family-oriented city, so there's activities for all the ages, like bowling, like rowing, places to go to do hiking, bicycle, and shopping malls for adults, cinemas.
Okay.
It's very interesting. So basically, I have been living here for 35 years, and I never get bored. There's something always to do for all ages.
I think you mentioned yesterday the school system is very good here as well.
Yes, we are on the top 5 of school education since kindergarten to university. The universities can compete with other countries, so there's a lot of exchange programs here. And we are on the same level, Mexicans, to other countries like Europe, United States, Canada. So if some people is interested, for example, Mexican, we can go to anywhere else, and foreigners, they can go back to their countries with the same level of education and maybe even higher.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. This has been very helpful. Hopefully our audience loves this information. I'm sure they do. Now, how can they get in touch with you if they're interested in your services?
Just follow our channel,
Okay.
Facebook pages, and it's gonna be our contact
And
information.
we'll put a link as well
Yes.
under the video. So thank
Thank
you,
you.
everybody. Muchas gracias.
Thank you for your time. Muchas gracias.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye.